3 Days to See basically is an excavation of Helen Keller.
A reawakening of Helen Keller's mind in 7 different bodies.
It is a story of setting the record straight.
Through Wikipedia, I discovered that Helen Keller had actually written many books and articles and essays through the course of her life, and that she'd lived a very long life into her late 80s. And I thought, oh my God, the only thing I know about Helen Keller is the miracle worker.
And then a whole lot of questions started to arise. You know, what happens after that? And what was her life like?
I had no idea the kind of stateswoman she was, the kind of thinker she was, the kind of intelligence she had.
And this was an opportunity to really get to know Helen as an adult and as someone who is passionate about nature, about politics, about women's rights, about civil rights.
I thought it would be interesting to create a portrait of this woman and the inner workings of her mind only using her words.
Her ideas were bigger than any gender, age.
The diversity of that company, ethnically and also kind of ages, was really impactful because her words, I mean, to me, made them kind of every man or every woman or every child.
The opening of the show consisted of the 7 actors coming out in a very fluid, fast-paced, choreographed sequence devised by Rink, and the actors told rapid fire as many Helen Keller jokes as possible.
Oh, the jokes, the jokes.
My goal for that was to address the elephant in the room.
We know that this is out there, and we know that this is the perspective or a perspective that exists. So let's just start there.
Everybody was laughing, and then only a few people were laughing, and then only one person was laughing.
And heard everything from guffaws to, holy shit, I can't believe he went there.
That is her being buried under the rubble of the jokes. And then out of that, as rays of light would kind of fall into the rubble, her own writing would then emerge very subtly out of the jokes.
The breakfast scene was the showstopper.
Where Helen Keller is being taught how to eat.
The most famous probably scene in The Miracle Worker, second maybe only to the water moment. Jack did this incredible thing where he just stole moment for moment and movement for movement this incredible sequence.
I played Annie, and the rest of the cast members would rotate in different parts of the fight.
Every time Annie turned around, there was a different, sometimes most often more powerful Helen battling her. We set it all to a soundtrack of Benny Goodman's version of Sing, Sing, Sing.
That piece of music is enormously percussive, and so it aptly paralleled the physical percussion within the breakfast scene.
She was so cerebral and intellectual, juxtaposing that with that very kind of animalistic, sort of primal behavior, put her and then her writings in a context that I don't know would have been possible otherwise. Then you listened in a different way after you saw that scene. That's for sure.
I think the overall response was that she was brilliant, and that was important to be shared, and people were really grateful to have that shared with them.
People were also very moved, not only by the story, but by the telling of the story.
She felt like by the end someone I knew.
Helen really hooked into something that is universal and eternal in a way.
She helped paint a world for me that had more of the right priorities that we aspire to.